The Challenger Space Shuttle disaster in 1986 was a tragic accident that resulted in the deaths of 7 astronauts just 73 seconds into its flight. The Challenger Space Shuttle launched on the 28th of January 1986 from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The tragic accident occurred just 73 seconds into the flight at an altitude of 48,000 feet. The primary cause was a faulty O-ring in the right solid rocket booster, which failed in low temperatures. The O-ring failure allowed hot gases to escape, igniting the fuel tank and causing a catastrophic explosion. The crew, including Krista McAuliffe, was not informed of the potential risks of the faulty O-ring design. The disaster led to a 32-month hiatus in shuttle flights and major reforms in NASA's safety procedures. We celebrate Tim Duncan's consistent excellence, including his 2 NBA MVP awards and 5 NBA championships with the San Antonio Spurs. Tim Duncan's consistent excellence earned him 15 All-NBA team selections throughout his career. In 2002, Duncan won his first NBA MVP award, averaging 20.6 points and 12.7 rebounds per game. Duncan's second NBA MVP award came in 2003 after leading the Spurs to a 60-win season. Throughout his career, Duncan played in 1,392 out of a possible 1,434 regular season games, an incredible 97% attendance rate. Duncan's 5 NBA championships were won in 1999, 2003, 2005, 2007, and 2014, all with the San Antonio Spurs. Tim Duncan retired with 26,000. Uncover the ancient origins of papyrus and how it was replaced by paper in ancient China. Papyrus, made from aquatic plants, was ancient Egypt's primary writing material around 2500 BCE. The oldest known papyrus dates back to 2560 BCE, containing a story about an ancient Egyptian king. In ancient China, paper was invented around 105 CE by Kai Lun, a court official and papermaker. Kai Lun's paper recipe included mulberry bark, hemp, and water, creating a durable and writing-friendly material. Paper production spread slowly, reaching the Middle East in the 8th century and Europe in the 13th century. The invention of paper increased literacy rates, making written knowledge accessible to a wider population. Analyze the territorial dispute between China, Japan, and Taiwan over the Senkaku Islands, Diaoyu Islands, in the East China Sea, and its implications for regional security. The Senkaku Islands, located in the East China Sea, are a group of 8 uninhabited islands. China, Japan, and Taiwan claim sovereignty over the islands, with China calling them the Diaoyu Islands. The islands are believed to hold significant oil and natural gas reserves, making them a valuable resource. Tensions escalated in 2012 when Japan nationalized 3 of the islands, sparking widespread protests in China. The dispute has led to increased military presence in the region, with the US, Japan, and Taiwan conducting joint exercises. Discover the players who consistently push their luck too far, earning them a spot on our list of top 5 red card recipients in the UEFA Champions League. The UEFA Champions League has seen its fair share of fiery players and heated moments. Daniele De Rossi leads the pack with 4 red cards in 58 UCL appearances for Roma. Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Roy Keane are tied for second, with 3 red cards each in the competition. Ibrahimovic earned his 3 red cards playing for Juventus, Inter Milan, and Paris Saint-Germain. The majority of red cards in the UCL are given for reckless behavior, like violent conduct. These notorious players show that discipline can be a major factor in a team's UCL success. Uncovering historical figures like neurologist Dr. Face blindness, also known as prosopagnosia, affects 2 to 3% of the general population worldwide. Neurologist Dr. Oliver Sacks suffered from prosopagnosia, writing about his experiences in his book, Musicophilia. Dr. Sacks' face blindness made it difficult for him to recognize patients, sometimes causing awkward interactions. Another famous case is that of artist Chuck Close, whose prosopagnosia inspired new techniques in his portrait art. Prosopagnosia can be congenital or acquired through brain damage, affecting anyone regardless of intelligence or memory. Despite challenges, individuals with prosopagnosia often develop coping mechanisms, like relying on voice or context clues. Witness the rare and mesmerizing ice disks that form in rivers and lakes, and learn about the specific conditions required for their formation, including cold temperatures and flowing water. Ice disks are rare, naturally occurring formations that appear in rivers and lakes during extremely cold weather. They form when temperatures drop below freezing, and flowing water creates a rotating current beneath the surface. The formation of an ice disk requires a precise balance of cold temperatures, flowing water, and minimal wind. As the disk rotates, it grows in size, often reaching diameters of up to 15 feet or more. The smooth surface of an ice disk is due to the constant freezing and thawing of water beneath it. From Ashton Eaton's 9,045 points world record to Katarina Johnson-Thompson's dominance, let's explore the incredible multi-event athletes at the World Athletics Championships. The decathlon and heptathlon events combine 10 and 7 track and field events, respectively, in a single competition. Ashton Eaton holds the decathlon world record with an astonishing 9,045 points, set in 2012. Katarina Johnson-Thompson is the 2019 World Heptathlon champion, with a personal best score of 6,981 points. The decathlon and heptathlon events require athletes to possess a unique blend of speed, strength, power, and endurance. Roman Shebrel and Carolina Kluft are the only athletes to have won 3 consecutive World Championship titles in their respective events. Explore the fascinating history of Pepsi's logo, from its humble beginnings in the 1,890 seconds to its modern redesigns. Pepsi's first logo, created in 1898, featured the words Pepsi Cola in a distinctive script font. In the 1,940 seconds, Pepsi introduced its first bottle cap logo, which became a brand icon. The 1,960 seconds saw the introduction of the Pepsi Globe, a stylized representation of a globe. In 2003, Pepsi redesigned its logo to feature a more dynamic, swirling shape. The 2008 redesign introduced a new, more minimalist logo with a simpler color scheme. Today, Pepsi's logo is one of the most recognized brand symbols in the world, with over 40 variations. Find out why the idea that red stimulates aggression is oversimplified, and how cultural context and personal experiences affect our responses to this bold color. The idea that red stimulates aggression originated from a 19th century study on bullfighting. However, this study was flawed, as bulls are colorblind and respond to movement, not color. In many Asian cultures, red symbolizes good luck, prosperity, and happiness, not aggression. Personal experiences, like associating red with love or Valentine's Day, can override cultural influences. Research shows that red can actually increase excitement, energy, and stimulation, but not necessarily aggression. The red alert myth highlights how oversimplification can lead to a misunderstanding of complex human responses.